Hi, I'm WELS President Mark Schrader. Earlier this year, lay leaders and called workers from across our synod came together in Chicago for the WELS National Conference on Lutheran Leadership. It was a time to discuss ministry opportunities, to share best ministry practices, and to grow in God's Word. God willing, attendees returned to their congregations with meaningful insights that they can put into practice in their local ministries.
I think that has opened eyes not only in the church world, but just anybody who does cultural studies.
Peter Plagens is the pastor at St. Paul's Lutheran Church in Wisconsin Rapids, Wisconsin. He enjoyed attending the WELS National Conference on Lutheran Leadership in the past, but admits the ideas and excitement he took from it got lost in the business of everyday life after returning home.
And so when the leadership conference came around again this year, one of the things I wanted to do was to include more people to get that same kind of excitement and zeal in other people in our congregation.
A group of 9 from St. Paul's joined the 1,600 attendees gathered in Chicago under the theme, Christ Through Us.
There's 2 aspects of synod operations.
I've met a lot of amazing people doing a lot of amazing things, and that they share their wealth is fantastic. I think I've learned a ton. I wish that I could, pack it all up in a bottle and give it to everyone.
Now, does all influence come from a title or a position that a person holds?
To be fed with the Word and have a lot of just different ways to connect that Word to other people has been valuable. And then to have that same encouragement and passion and zeal be passed on to people from our group that are here too.
But Pastor Plagens didn't want to just instill excitement. He wanted to be able to share what he and the group learned at the conference with more people in his congregation.
We're actually putting forth a mini leadership evening for St. Paul's, where the folks that all went from our congregation can share through some mini breakout sessions about the types of information that we learned.
A week after the leadership conference in Chicago, members of St. Paul's were invited to learn about and discuss various key topics explored at the conference.
So on page 1, you're going to find the agenda for tonight. You'll see there's 4 breakout sessions, 4 different time slots.
Bringing that back to St. Paul's to put into motion is something that the 9 of us that went are very excited about. We cannot wait to take what we learned and implement it here at church.
I think the underlying, especially on our car ride back, was what is St. Paul's culture and how do we grow on what we have, grow on our foundation.
Hopefully that grows in participation for future conferences, and to just be able to maybe force us to think about things a little bit and just question things and maybe implement some changes too.
I thought it was a good idea that we had 9 individuals go down there, come back with a prepared, orchestrated presentation to the members of the congregation that were here tonight. And hopefully some of their feelings and excitement will carry over into those of us that heard what they presented tonight.
But why do you think people do not volunteer?
How can we, as ambassadors for Christ, take this gospel ministry that we've been given and do it faithfully and wisely, moving forward together as a congregation with the shared ministry that we have?
Even if you weren't able to attend the conference, you can still benefit from many of the insights. Presentation notes, handouts, and other resources from various sessions are available at lutheranleadership.com. Consider gathering groups to explore these materials together, discuss key takeaways, and identify practical next steps for your ministry.